Recently, the Ambrosia Collective, we formed a partnership with Excella to do home kits for testing our gut health. Sean and I have been doing blood work pretty consistently every few months. It's something that we wholeheartedly believe in. It's very important to know exactly how healthy you are, because I was trending to becoming pre-diabetic and didn't know it until I went and got a complete blood panel done. And this was back in 2016. And that's when I drastically changed my diet, and I had to for my health. But I wouldn't have known had I not got blood work. So you want to tell them exactly what they're getting with this?
So we knew that we couldn't have to send you guys to the lab because everyone's busy. You got kids, a relationship, a busy job, whatever. We're all busy. So we wanted this to be something you could do at home. What you're getting is this at-home Ambrosia Excella Health Kit. It comes to your house, and we're able to test for the 5 major categories of health. That's immune health, GI health, emotional health, cognitive health, and energetic health. So there's all the 5 different areas that you want to know about, the scoreboard, if you will. We talked about how a lot of you guys know how much money you have in your bank account and other markers of your life, but you don't know any relative score for your health. So we're testing 12 metabolites to give you a score in these 5 areas at your house.
Listen, y'all, this is wildly important because this is important on so many levels. It's important to get your blood work done, but then there's another step because it's a lot of information on there. You may not know exactly what it means. So with this test here, this specific test is different. It's consolidated and is broken down into these 5 sections that Sean talked about, to where when you get your scores, you know exactly what's going on with your health, with your body. You know, you might feel fine now, but typically people don't realize how unhealthy they are until something gets really bad and they have to go to the hospital for some kind of pain or some kind of chronic issue, and then it's an uphill battle. Here, like, listen, I could have been pre-diabetic or diabetic by now had I not changed and found out what I found out back a few years ago. So this is real, y'all. And I thought I was pretty healthy, and for the most part I was, but I was too much food, eating too much, I was too heavy. So that's why this is important. But anyway, we're gonna show y'all how easy it is to do it.
So what you're seeing in front of you is the exact contents of the Ambrosia Excella Health Test. I've just opened it up to make it a little bit easier to see. It's got everything you need to collect your tiny little blood sample. It's just a few drops of blood. It's got the little container that it goes in and the prepaid envelope to send it back to our lab via priority mail. So everything's here for you. It couldn't be any more convenient.
So easy.
And we're actually gonna have Mike do his test today. We've done this before.
Let's do it.
We're gonna do a new one today so you guys can see how quick and easy it is. So first step, you'd wanna make sure that your hands aren't super cold or anything so you have good blood flow to them. You may wanna rub your hands together a little bit. Mike's hands are already warm, but
I've been slapping people.
Next, you'll wanna hit it with an alcohol pad. That's just to sanitize the area that you're going to do. I recommend doing it on your middle finger, right? So, and show them a little close up here on the camera. The reason why is because you can take,
like this?
No, not like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe more like this. So make a,
all right.
yeah.
All right.
So you'll take your index finger and your thumb, and you can actually squeeze it. And this will be important later, but this is why I recommend the middle finger.
Squeezing that blood in there.
Yep. So do me a favor, wipe the middle finger down with the alcohol. So just to sanitize it, and this is very important. Don't skip this step because you can contaminate your sample if there's any dirt or whatever on your fingers. Perfect. Then you just dry it off real quick with the gauze. Done. All right, so now in here you have 2 lancets in case you mess this up. This is the actual little needle. It just creates a little tiny pinprick that lets the blood come out. You'll take the cap off. And all you'll do is push down. That's it. Literally, that's it.
You barely feel anything.
Yeah, that's the entirety of it. You wipe the first drop of blood away, and then you can start squeezing. And you'll take the capillary tube, and you won't touch the finger with it, but you'll just get it close enough to where it can start absorbing.
It kind of goes right into it.
Yeah.
All the blood.
And you can back away, kind of squeeze a little bit more. Bring it down a little bit for me. Point it downwards. Yeah. Perfect. There we go. One more, I think will be good. Perfect.
I got more. Don't worry. I got more.
Okay, cool. That's it. That's the sample right there. Wipe it down. Hit him with the little Band-Aid action.
Boom.
And then while Mike does that, I'll show you how easy it is to put it into the collection device. You'll just take it like that. Push down on the purple plunger. And that's it. That's it. That's your Ambrosia XL blood sample. That's all we need. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. So we're doing this to demonstrate and show you guys how easy it is, but I've already done mine, and we have the scores right here.
Yeah.
So we'll show you exactly what you're looking at.
We will send this into the lab, and I'll show you guys how easy this is. All you need to do is close this up. Put it in your prepaid envelope, right? Include it in your kit. You don't have to pay for any shipping back. This comes to us priority. Now it's important. Don't leave this sitting around. Don't be lazy. All you got to do is put this in your mailbox. Put it in here, close it up. If you take the test on like a Friday night or something and you're not going to mail it out till Monday, put it in your fridge. That's important too. Don't let it just sit out on your counter. You want to put this in the mail and get it to our lab as soon as possible, because within about a week or two, that's when the sample is at its best for testing. So if you want the best results, put it in your fridge until you mail it out to us. But that's it. That's ready to go to the lab to get analyzed. So like Mike said, we already have his scores. We just took that test for you guys so you could see a demonstration. And this is how your score is going to look. So you get your report, and this is actually what you're paying for. The test itself is just how we get the data. Mm-hmm. And so you get a personalized report, well, obviously with your name on it, and you're getting measurements in these 5 areas that we talked about: your GI balance, your immune balance, your emotional balance, cognitive balance, and energetic balance or metabolic balance. These are the 5 major areas that we all would like to have really high scores in, because they're going to be a good indicator of how healthy we are, right? Rather than getting a standard blood test, which you got to go to the doctor for, get a script, go to the lab, and then wait and get a bunch of numbers that you may not understand.
And it's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, a lot more expensive, and maybe not as actionable, because you have a bunch of different values that you're not quite sure how to take action on, and they may not mean anything to you. You know, so these scores, you kind of understand that your GI balance is going to be relative to your gut. Your immune is going to tell you how likely you are to get sick. Your emotional is like how you feel stress-wise, how you're responding to that type of stuff in your life, because we all have stress. Cognitive balance, how clear your brain is and how fast you think. And energetic or metabolic balance is how good you break down food and get nutrients out of it. So if you have trouble with weight loss, you know, this would be something that you'd be looking at. These are the 5 areas, and these are Mike's actual scores. So we can kind of zoom in on this a little bit, and we can see that his GI balance, cognitive balance, and energetic balance are all really high. But the algorithm has indicated that he should pay attention. Now, all of his scores are good. None of them are bad. But the immune and the emotional markers, and this is based on the 12 metabolites that we test for, these 2 markers are the areas to focus on. This is kind of like having someone who's already a millionaire or something, telling them some tips to get better than that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like, these are all great scores, but it's like, well, if you want to work on something, let's work on these.
Right, and we always have room for improvement. So, and this is important to have, and you'll have a breakdown, a summary of exactly what it is and what you need to do to kind of work on that.
Yeah, this is your overall scoreboard, if you will. This is the scoreboard. This is like your bank account of your health. You know the numbers now, but that's just the beginning of the test. Then we break down, is loading here, we break down each of the areas into further specific recommendations. So for the GI balance, for the emotional balance, and etc., each of them have specific recommendations of how you can improve it, both through like mental activity, like things like meditation, nutritional things you can change with your diet, and exercise. So you get specific tips for everything. So these reports are highly individualized, and we've blurred out the information that's sensitive to just the individual, but you get your own. And that's really what you're paying for. And you do get an appointment to go through the test with myself or our team to review with you what you need to do next based on the test. So it's pretty cool. This is a revolution in terms of anything that a supplement company has ever offered. It's because we really care about you all's health. That's our number 1 priority.
And you guys know that whenever we stumble across something that is helping to level up our lives, whether socially, financially, health-wise, or whatever. We share it. And this is something that Sean actually brought it to my attention. I've been doing my blood work. I started when I was back in Miami, and then we started talking about it. I'm showing him my scores and stuff like that. We started talking, and then he had the idea a couple years ago, like, yo, what if we figured out a way to provide this for people, for our customers? And it seemed like a very laborious task, and it was, but it seemed kind of too big for us to pull off. There was a lot of obstacles, a lot of hurdles, but a year of straight grinding at it, and now we have it. It's here, you know. So this is something. This is what we're about. This is what Ambrosia is about. We said it when we first started the company. It's not just about. It's not a supplement company. It's a lifestyle. It's leveling up in every way possible, and this is one of those ways. Is nothing you can say about why you shouldn't have one of these kits and why you shouldn't be knowing your health score, and you can fix it, and you know where you're at, and you're good, you're golden. So you guys are pretty smart. I think y'all get it. So yeah, we're providing this for y'all.
Yeah, and talking about how we can give you the most specific possible recommendations for supplementation, for nutrition, and for exercise. This data gives us the ability to really do that. Because now when we're saying, okay, this is the exact 3, 4, whatever your budget allows, products that we recommend, we can really cater that to what's going on with you inside your body right now.
100%.
And there's no other way that this could be done without this data. So up until now, we make the best products possible and then recommend what it sounds like might be right. Now we know for sure.
We really know now. So anyway, this is for y'all. This is our gift to you. All right, you can order directly from the site. You see the links right here on the screen. And let's do it. Let's take control of our health and be proactive about it, all right?